Welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm looking at another RedTiger Dash Cam, the F17 Elite. The F17 Elite films with three lenses, a 4K one facing the front, a Full HD one facing inside the vehicle, and a 2.5K one for the rear window. On top of that, it boasts ultra-wide angle HDR video not just at the front but from the rear camera as well, so you're covered with some of the best quality dashcam video available. There's also a large 3-inch touchscreen, full night colour filming from all three lenses including the inside one, GPS, high-speed Wi-Fi, a parking mode, app support and more. RedTiger also has an F17 Dash Cam without the Elite label. Other than the design of the dashcam, the main difference is an increase from Full HD to 2.5K on the rear dashcam, whilst they've swapped the infrared interior camera for their new ultra colour system for increased quality. And just so you know, RedTiger sent me the F17 Elite dashcam so I could make this video, though all the thoughts and opinions are my own. If you'd like to get one for yourself, I've put affiliate links to all the major retailers below, and be sure to use the code LensOfJames at checkout at redtigercam.com to get a discount. Let's get stuck into the video. Opening up the Smart F17 box, you've got a sheet with the front camera diagram, which is a nice touch, and then the cameras and accessories underneath. Heading to the main dashcam first, it has a smart black matte and gloss housing and feels solid and well built. Peeling off the protective stickers, you've got the nice 3-inch touchscreen and the inside lens next to each other, and the larger main 4K lens on the front. This ultra-wide 170-degree lens isn't fixed, so you can tilt it to whatever angle you need, making it quite a versatile design. On one side of the dashcam we've got the memory card slot, and the camera comes with a 128GB microSD card, which is more than enough for regular use. On the base of the dashcam are 5 buttons. The first is the red button. A long hold turns the dashcam on or off, and a short press when the dashcam is turned on takes a photo. As with all dashcams, the F17 Elite turns on and starts recording automatically when you start the vehicle. Next is the M button for bringing up the menu. Then there's a right and left arrow for navigating the menu, and finally an OK button for selecting things. Whilst there are these buttons, the display is touchscreen, so you can navigate without using the buttons too if you wish. Next to the buttons you'll also find the microphone for picking up voice commands. On the back of the dashcam you have the large screen taking up most of the space, but also the interior facing camera. This is also highly adjustable, so you could have it facing yourself or your passengers. Above the camera is a small speaker to play back sounds from your video clips. At the top of the dashcam you have the rear camera connection and power input, and both of these are USB-C. On top of that is the slide off sticky pad, which will mount the dashcam to the windscreen, but I'll go through all that later in the video. Moving on to the rear camera, it's a much smaller unit and films in 2.5K, which is still fantastic quality. The lens turns infinitely, so you can get a fantastic viewing angle of the road behind, and you don't have to worry about twisting internal wires, though when plugged in, the power cable will turn with the lens. Speaking of powering the rear cam, there's a USB-C port for connecting it to the front camera via a long cable, which I'll show later, and overall it's a nice compact camera. It's worth noting it's for in-vehicle use only and isn't waterproof, so can't be fixed outside. With the cameras looked at, we're onto the accessories, and up first is the user manual, which is very comprehensive and in a number of languages. There's also a short guide for the RedTiger app, which I'll show later too, and finally some electrostatic stickers, which can be used to stick the dashcam to the windscreen if desired. The first accessory box houses the power cable, which is a pretty standard USB-C to 12V cigarette lighter power cable, which also has an additional USB-A port, which is always handy. There's also a trim removal tool included, which will help with hiding cables away during the install process. In the second accessories box is a 5.5 meter or 18-foot cable to power the rear camera from the front unit, and the cable looks thick and sturdy. There's also a spare sticky pad mount for the front camera, as well as 2 spare sticky pads, one for each camera. Finally, there's a bag of sticky back cable tidying clips, which might come in handy. You can also get a hardwire kit, which will provide constant power to the F17 Elite for the 24-hour parking mode, though I'll go through all that in much more detail later. Installing the F17 Elite front dashcam is easy, and you'll have no problem doing it yourself. To begin, make sure the glass is clean and free from any dust or grease. Rubbing it down with an alcohol wipe is a good way to ensure this. When you've found where you want to stick the camera, decide whether you want to stick the camera directly to the windscreen, or to apply one of the static stickers first and then stick the camera to that. Peel back the red film on the dashcam mount, line it up on the glass and push firmly in place. Because the mount tilts, you can adjust how high or low it's pointing at the road and can adjust the lens further to get the perfect angle. That's the F17 Elite front camera attached, now it's time to power it. To do this, grab the USB-C power cable and plug the end into the dashcam. As you don't want the cable in the way, potentially blocking visibility or getting caught on things, the best method of wiring the dashcam is hiding the cable in the vehicle's trim. Using the trim removal tool included in the box and shown earlier, work your way around tucking the cable away. In my case, I can push it easily into the headliner above me, but it doesn't go so easily into the plastic pillar covers. In most vehicles, you can remove door seals, pop off bits of the trim, feed the cables through and snap them back in place. After feeding the cable down the pillar towards the door, you can run the cable along the footwell towards the 12-volt port, which in my van is near the floor between the two seats. Once there, grab the 12-volt adapter, insert it in your vehicle, and you're good to go. When you start the vehicle, the dashcam will begin recording. One note of safety with the dashcam installation though, do ensure the dashcam doesn't obstruct your line of sight or the wires block any airbags. The 2.5K rear camera offers the ability to have a high quality rear dashcam in addition to the front and interior facing lenses on the F17 Elite system. It's super simple to install, and first you'll just need to find where you want to put it, and for the majority of people that'll be on the rear windows, be that on the boot or trunk, or doors like I have here on my van. Peel off the layer to expose the sticky pad, find where you want to put it and, either going straight onto the glass or using another electrostatic sticker, stick the camera to the window, holding it for a few seconds to ensure strong adhesion. Plug in the long wire and feed it through to the front dashcam. You'll then need to hide the wire by tucking it into the trim. How to do this varies from vehicle to vehicle, but using the trim tool included in the box, you can't go too wrong. Once the wire is hidden, you can plug the rear camera into the port on the front camera, and when you turn the dashcam on, you'll be able to see all three lenses filming. With the F17 Elite installed, let's get it turned on and explore the features. On the first switch on, you're asked to choose your language and time zone, but every other time you'll be taken straight to the home screen, which shows all of the cameras. If you don't have the rear camera plugged in, there'll be a notice that pops up, but this goes away after a few seconds. Starting in the top left corner, you have the GPS symbol, and this will flash if it's not detecting GPS, or show solidly if it is picking up signal. Next to it is the resolution of the front lens, as it is changeable, so it's 4K in this case. Moving to the right corner, you have a Wi-Fi on or off button, which brings up settings to connect your phone to, and tapping that will remind you to turn off the Wi-Fi before the camera will record again. Pushing the Wi-Fi symbol again will clear this notice. Next to it is the voice control on-off button and the microphone on-off button. Moving to the bottom, you have the date and time and a menu bar below. Starting on the right of the menu is the switch camera view button, which changes which camera or cameras you can view from the screen, or you can swipe across the screen to change this too. The next button on the menu bar takes you to view your files. With 3 lenses, this area is split up into video, lock clips and photos for the front, inside and rear cameras, so everything's nicely organised and easy to find. Within the folders, you can scroll through the clips to find the right one, and tapping on the clip will enlarge it. On this screen you have a back button, options to delete, lock or unlock the clip, arrows to fast forward through the clips, and a pause and play button. Back on the home screen, you have a lock symbol to protect a clip from deletion, a settings button which I'll go through in detail shortly, and a button to take a photo. Above that is a symbol showing which cameras are being viewed on the screen, and this changes when you swipe to different views. Moving into the settings, there's lots more to explore. Up first is resolution, and you have the option of lowering the front lens's resolution from 4K to 2.5K. Next is sound record, where you can turn the microphone on or off. Up next is loop recording, which is where you can choose what length your recorded video clip should be, with the options of 1 minute, 3 minutes or 5 minutes. Then there's G-sensor, where you can turn it off or adjust the sensitivity between low, medium and high. Next is fatigue reminder, which is a way to set up an alert every 1, 2 or 3 hours to remind you to take a break. On the second row you have Wi-Fi, where you can switch between 2.4 or 5.8 GHz or turn it off. Then there's volume, to raise or lower the volume of clip playback. Next up is click tone, which is how you can turn on or off the beeping sound when you touch the screen. You can then turn on or off the startup sound, while screensaver allows you to darken the screen after 15 seconds, 1 minute or 3 minutes, though there's no option not to have the screensaver on and show the screen all the time. Internal recording allows you to turn off the inside facing camera if that suits your setup. Voice control turns voice commands on or off, and there's a button to show what the voice commands are. Mirror flip allows you to mirror the rear camera's image in case that's needed for your rear camera setup. Rear cam flip will flip the image upside down in case you have the rear camera installed in an unusual way. GPS shows the signal strength that the dash cam is picking up. Date stamp allows you to add or remove a date stamp from your footage, and speed stamp does the same for recording your speed on your footage. GPS stamp allows you to turn on or off your coordinates from your footage. Speed unit enables you to change between kilometers per hour and miles per hour depending on which you prefer. Language enables you to change the language of the dash cam. Onto the next row, clock settings allows you to change the date and time. Time style enables you to switch between the 24 and 12-hour clock. Time zone allows you to select the time zone you're in, and DST allows you to compensate for daylight savings time. Flicker allows you to switch between 50 Hz and 60 Hz, so there'll be less flickering in streetlights. 50 is standard for the UK, while 60 is standard for the USA. Format reminder is an automated alert to tell you to format your memory card every 15 or 25 days. Format SD card is how you would erase the external memory card you've inserted in the dash cam. Card speed will test how fast a memory card can write footage. Reset app will reset the system to factory settings. App shows you details of how to download the RedTiger app to view footage on your phone. Product information provides a link to the RedTiger website and your dashcam serial number. And finally, Help Center gives a QR code and an email address for RedTiger's customer service. If you decide to hardwire the F17 Elite to your car's fuses to provide constant power to the dashcam, and instead of using the 12V to USB-C cable for power, then you'll have access to one further dashcam setting, parking mode. Not only will hardwiring free up your 12V port for other appliances, but you'll be able to monitor your car around the clock. Within the parking mode setting, you'll get 4 options to choose from. The first is G-trigger recording, which will trigger the dashcam to start recording if it detects an impact, based on the G-sensor sensitivity you've determined in the respective setting mentioned previously. If you want to keep an eye on your vehicle around the clock, then the next 3 settings are ideal. First is 12-hour time-lapse, which will capture a time-lapse over 12 hours, ideal for overnight protection, while the third and fourth options are 24 and 48-hour time-lapses, which is continuous capture until the time-lapses stop or the vehicle is started again. The limiting factor here is your vehicle battery. However, if you do have an old or faulty battery, your vehicle won't fail to start when you next need it. The hardwiring kit will automatically turn the dashcam off if it detects the vehicle's battery voltage getting too low, so the dashcam will turn off and protect the vehicle. You'll be able to see that the time-lapse function is working because there'll be a blue flashing light once the key is removed from the ignition. The screen will remain blacked out when the vehicle's off and the dashcam is in parking mode to save battery. Whether used for security or just curiosity, the time-lapse function is a great way to capture all 3 angles of your car without filling up your memory card quickly with continuous recording, and you can really see the level of brightness captured with the F17 Elite even in the dead of night. You can buy the RedTiger hardwire kit with the dashcam, or separately if necessary, and I've put a link to it below if you're interested. In the bag you'll get the hardwire kit, which consists of a red, yellow and black ground wire connected to a switch, which allows use on 12V and 24V systems and has a screen to show your voltage. You'll also get a selection of fuse taps to suit many different vehicles, a trim removal tool for hiding cables, and an instruction manual. Hardwiring a dashcam to a vehicle can be a little daunting, but in essence you need to find the right fuses to use, check which direction the power flows in and out of the fuses, insert the fuses into the fuse taps, insert the fuse taps and attach them to the device. If you've got the RedTiger hardwiring kit, then the only additional tool you'll need is a digital multimeter to find which fuses to use. To save this video getting way too long, I've created a complete step-by-step guide on how to hardwire a device to your vehicle's fuses, which you should see a link to in the top right corner, but I'll also link to in the description below too, if you want to try it for yourself. There's also a RedTiger app so you can view footage back and adjust settings without touching the dash cam. It's available for free from the Google Play Store or the App Store and is easy to set up. First, download the app and create an account. Once logged in, tap the plus button and allow permissions, pop in your vehicle info, turn on your dashcam Wi-Fi, tap the To Connect Wi-Fi button, and connect your phone's Wi-Fi to the dashcam using the details on the dashcam screen. Going back to the app, your dashcam will appear listed, and tapping it will take you to a new page where the first thing you'll notice is that you're live viewing your dashcam. I was really surprised at just how little lag there is in this feed. I found that I was getting a really good quality image through here, and below that you're shown your GPS signal strength, current speed, and a map with your current location. On this page you have the option to view the dashcam stream in full screen, and there are a number of options below it. The first is mirror, which will flip the image. Next is switch, which will change the camera you're viewing. Then there's sound, which will turn the microphone on or off. Next is record, which will start or stop recording. Finally, there's snapshot, which will take a photo. In the top right corner of the screen you have a settings button, which takes you to an array of different options. Here you can change sound recording and volume, resolution, loop recording duration, collision sensitivity, and much more. Going back to the dashcam page, the button at the bottom of the screen will take you to your videos, photos and locked files, called video, snapshot and urgent here. You'll find clips from different cameras labelled next to each other here, so you can get instant access to all the angles at a particular moment. Tapping on a clip will take you to a player screen where you can download the clip to your phone, delete it, and the arrow on the right switches to the alternative views from other lenses. There's a crop button to the video player, but this just takes a photo and isn't for trimming clips. Back on the app home page, along the bottom you have another way to access your dashcam's album and view and change your profile details. This appears to be a new app to the one I've used for other RedTiger dashcams previously, and overall I like it and definitely think it's a faster improvement. Finally, do bear in mind that the dashcam creates a local Wi-Fi connection, so you'll always need to be nearby the F17 Elite front camera to connect it to the RedTiger app, which does make me wonder why they've included a map and show your current speed, as if you're in your vehicle then you'll most likely know where you are and how fast you're going. That said, it's always nice to have an app to download files to your phone, and the RedTiger app might just be one of the fastest ones I've seen, without touching the dashcam. With 3 cameras to the RedTiger F17 Elite dashcam system, you're covered from nearly all angles, but is the video quality any good? Let's take a look at the front camera first. This one uses a Sony Starvis IMX678 sensor and films HDR footage. It's great quality, and in daytime filming you'll pick up all the details you need, such as number plates and road signs, just as you'd hope. Moving on to the interior lens, this uses a lower quality sensor, though I couldn't find details on exactly which one it is. Whilst only providing full HD quality, it puts out pretty respectable footage of the interior of your vehicle, and the full HD is more than adequate because you're filming subjects that are much closer to the camera. Finally, the rear camera uses an IMX675 sensor, and its 2.5K resolution is also HDR quality. It looks a little dark and lacking in contrast to me, but that's probably because I'm filming through tinted rear windows and I did see the exposure brighten up when less of the sky was present, so it could just be to do with the camera positioning too. You get really nice clarity with this lens, and in the daytime you'll capture all the details you want. Cameras as a whole do struggle with nighttime filming however, so when you add in moving vehicles and the glare of headlights, you can lose some details. That said, the RedTiger F17 Elite copes really well at night and is up there with what its competitors can offer. The front camera is, of course, the best at filming at night and has the bonus of number plate enhancement, which I've only seen in one other dashcam so far. When it sees a number plate, it will enhance it, and the wobble you see on the example here is just the vibration of the dashcam in my van. This is a great feature for night driving and really helps with clearly identifying cars around you. The ultra colour system for the interior camera provides decent colour footage, especially when there's a bit of light around, such as headlights coming towards you. That said, even when I've parked somewhere nearly pitch black, there's still a lot of detail captured. The rear camera is a little on the dark side, which may again be the tinted windows, but you can still pick up details when up close, which is important. Finally, do bear in mind that dashcam footage as a whole is compressed, to get the best balance between quality and file size, and I've yet to find a dash cam which has the same 4K output as, say, my phone. The F17 Elite dash cam isn't on the cheaper end of dash cams, but when you factor in the quality you're getting, it won't break the bank. Prices vary across retailers, but you can expect to pay somewhere around the £200 to £250 or $300 to $350 mark, which is pretty reasonable considering the quality you're getting. If you'd like to get one for yourself, I've put affiliate links to all the major retailers below, which help support this channel, and be sure to use the code LensOfJames at checkout at redtigercam.com to get a discount. Overall, I really like the RedTiger F17 Elite dashcam system. It bundles 3 lenses into a high quality package and covers you from all angles when on the road. The HDR footage on both the front and rear cameras is really effective, particularly when you've got the bonus of a 4K front lens, and having colour footage captured in day and night conditions by the interior lens is a bonus too. When looking back at the captured footage, it was all there and there weren't any missing clips. And although it's slightly larger than some dash cams, it isn't huge and is by no means obtrusive on the windscreen. If you're after a 3-channel dash cam to capture front, rear and inside of the vehicle, I don't think you can go too wrong with the RedTiger F17 Elite. If you've enjoyed this video or found it helpful and think I've earned it, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching.